What's up, guys? Tanktosis is back here as we go on to the second half of today's games here at GOMTV.
And first match, very one-sided. Very packed in here, by the way. Ridiculously packed. I don't think there's enough chicken and pizza in all of Korea to feed this crowd.
I'm interested in this next match because I think there's a higher chance of an upset here than match number one, but man, RT just look terrifying.
Yeah, they're butchers, basically. Okay, so we have Draki here, Faceless, and we have Jaguar. Now, what do you think about the Jaguar logo? I have a J and R and then a Jaguar head in the center. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like a letter or just like it's in the center. I think that's supposed to be an A or...
I would say the Draki symbol wins.
Okay. Now, here's another thing. Like, Jaguar, it's a pretty good team name. Like, a Jaguar, that's pretty scary. It's fast. It comes out of the trees. It gets you.
Yeah.
But then the other team is a dragon. And, I mean, a make-believe animal is going to kill
a fake
animal.
Is a baby dragon?
I think so, generally speaking. Or a smaller dragon.
Draki was like the name of a dragon? Or Draki's from somewhere.
Yeah, Korea.
No. I mean, the word's from somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
well, anyways, I mean, a dragon of any size, any type is going to beat a Jaguar, if you ask me.
If a dragon is a baby dragon, I've already seen Game of Thrones. I saw what Daenerys dragons could do.
Spoiler alert. For anyone who hasn't seen it.
Well, if you haven't seen it by now, I
know.
Sorry, deal with it, man. Like, what?
There was
You also want to know that the Titanic sinks in the end of that movie as well? Like, spoiler alert, don't ruin it.
Spoiler alert, 30 years ago in Star Wars 1, Vader was the father.
What do you mean? I hadn't seen it yet. It was this next weekend.
I was saving it.
You know, Draki, looking very solid. They were good since the open season here. I think over a year ago, right? How long have we been casting World of Tanks?
It was, I think that when they got to the finals,
maybe it was 3 months into this year, something like that.
Yeah, like March or so.
Yeah,
maybe April. But
so nearly a year later, they're still here. They're still very dominant.
Yeah.
But when we predicted them to win the whole thing in the open season, they lost and somewhat of an upset. We thought, well, I mean, we'll probably see the Drakis all back again here in the finals. Not the case.
Well, we'll see how far they get this season. And the thing is, they're in the hard group where it's like there's Jaguar who's going to fall out, and then these guys have to do well now because they've lost a match, and ARPS and Noah are in this group as well. And I feel like both of them are a little bit better right now. I know Noah's way better, I would say, but ARPS is looking very strong. So it's hard. They're going to have to win their next two matches to have a chance.
Here is a closer look at Draki right now. Now, these guys, as you can see, not all of them here playing today. We only have 7 players allowed in there. But when you get teams of 7, that's big enough where there's a chance someone gets sick, someone has some personal commitment that they have to meet, and therefore they can't be here. So you end up with a few ringers.
That's right. And you know what? With 9 players, you're going to be able to have people that specialize in certain tanks for certain maps. Maybe you're an Amex 1390 player, but you know what? This time they don't want that on Himmelsdorf.
Yeah, there you go.
You sit out.
Get the heavy tanker in there.
Yeah.
Let him dominate.
Very strong team. You can see they're taking it very professionally. They've got their own jackets at this point. They've got their leather jackets.
Their leather jackets on right now. And here are their opponents right now. Team Jaguar. Now, Jaguar, welcome to the jungle. Wait, Jaguar's in the jungle, right? Yeah, they're jungle cats.
Where else would they be from? The desert?
They hide under the sand and jump out of Jungle Story, there was a Jaguar, right? And it was the bad guy. Baloo the bear was the friendly.
Well, I mean, Baloo was, and then there was the snake, which was a bad guy. I can't remember.
Snake, clearly a bad guy.
Yeah.
That's been
Mowgli was the name of the little boy,
since the Bible, Artosis.
Poor snakes. They have no arms and legs. They can't defend themselves. It's so ridiculous.
They can't defend themselves. I saw this picture, or no, GIF on Reddit today of a snake biting a cooked Hot Pocket.
Really?
And burning his mouth.
Oh, my God.
Someone like bringing a Hot Pocket near a snake and it lunges out at it.
Wow. It's my Hot Pocket!
Too bad he didn't get the center, would be frozen.
Yeah.
All right, so, excuse me. Here's our map lineup. It's going to be Himmelsdorf, Cliff, Prokhorovka, Steps, and if we get this far, it'll be Abbey.
We're not going to get that far, I don't think.
Don't think so.
As you said, Jaguar has a better chance than we just saw from Port Gassidanan. but I do think Draki is definitely the better team here. What do you think? I'm thinking a 3-0, but it could be like a 3-1.
I think I'm just going to echo what you said, actually. I think it could be a 3-0, maybe a 3-1, but probably a 3-0 here.
Well, all right, we'll see. We'll get into this pretty quickly here. Himmelsdorf, what kind of strats will they use? Will someone turtle here? Will we have a KV5 rush? We've seen some other interesting rushes as well, where you just try to outmaneuver and trick them on what side you're on and go up and take the flag. Those are always fun games.
And we could definitely have some of those here. Draki, definitely a seasoned team. They have been on the stage more so than almost any other team here in Korea.
They've been around a while.
And you got to keep that in mind here when you got somebody like Jaguar who's got very little experience.
That's right. They're still coming up in the world. I give them a couple seasons and they might be one of the contenders, but this season they're already out.
Well, as you can see here, a variety of tanks each of these guys has used. Everywhere from the heavy tanks to the light tanks, and we have at least, we have a few guys here actually who've been going with the T-69s. But these stats are going to become more and more meaningful as World of Tanks continues to grow here in Korea.
Yeah. I actually like how some of the older maps and stuff, we actually have enough stats. You look at like, oh, okay, this was played like 40 times. These win rates are reasonable that we're seeing. This is actually pointing towards the balance in this region.
Here was some of the tank picks for Jaguar when they went up against ARPS.
Yeah, and I can't imagine the cow thing. When we casted Cow against Cow Thief.
Oh, you have no idea the jokes that were said.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
I wish that I could see something like that.
We had Mommy on the team as well.
Oh, man. This is I like the IDs. War Road 33 as well. That's a good ID.
That's a great ID. Not quite as good as Gunner 92, though, Artosis.
Yeah, Gunner 92, man.
Well, this will be interesting to see what Jaguar has planned here. I mean, if you're going to go out, you might as well go out swinging or go down swinging. There's a high chance of that. Let's see if Jaguar can take some games up. Let's see if we could have a huge upset. I would love to see that.
Yeah, that would be weird if Jaguar just came in and slapped them down. That would actually eliminate Draki's chances of getting through, though. Because Draki has to win this match and their next one, which I believe is against Noah. Because ARPS is 2-1, Noah's 2-0, which means that these guys at 0-1 have just lost to ARPS. They have to beat Jaguar. They have to beat Noah to have a chance to get out.
Here's our first map, Himmelsdorf. It's going to be Jaguar at the north and Draki here at the south. The south is a preferred location here, already setting the tone here.
Yeah, and you can see that north win rate went up by 3% because of Arte in that last match. So
yes,
just throwing that out there.
This is a map where we normally see a lot of heavies picked.
That's right.
For instance, the AMX 5100 and the IS3.
Yeah, and I expect to see mostly those. We could see a T69, as you say. And sometimes, occasionally, for really funny strategies, different strategies, you'll see two T69s. But generally speaking, no AMX 1390s or anything like that.
It seems like the T69s dropped in popularity, especially this season on
A
this
little bit, yeah. I have to agree.
And when we do see
last season, we saw a lot of it on this map.
Yeah, well, a lot of these tank builds that we have coming out here, they get a little bit trendy out here in Korea.
They do. Things do go in trends.
It's also
suddenly Pershings are everywhere, and
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. T69 was just so big last season.
Oh, is it here?
Something's here.
Something's here. What are those?
Those are maybe hot packs.
Oh, well, no, look, those are napkins.
Oh, napkins.
I'm so good at this game.
Can't eat napkins, Stasis.
Pass the paper plates down. Come on, we got to feed all these people.
No, I want all the paper plates. He puts in his bag and runs out of here.
Someone's putting it in their purse. It's like, no, you can't steal those. Sorry.
Wow, that's awesome.
Excuse me.
Pizza and chicken.
There you go. Now, we have a lot of people we got to feed here.
God, yeah, it's crazy.
Although, honestly, if I'm in the neighborhood, I would come down and just get some pizza and chicken and beer,
Watch some World of Tanks.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Man, we're going to run out of chicken here in Korea in a little bit.
I know. They're going to go extinct. We're going
to
have to ship
like,
some more in.
Guys, if people are sharing drumsticks and stuff.
Yeah. Sucking the marrow out of the bones.
Also bringing the bones home along with the paper plates, too. Cool event. So, we actually going to have food for everybody out here?
That's a lot of chickens that you have to order.
I mean, that's like several people on several motorcycles coming down here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think they'll probably just have to rent a van to bring it all down.
Probably. They'll probably just have to bring a chicken hoff down here.
That's about it.
Open one up real quick here on floor 1. Again, always, if you ever have the opportunity to come down to our studio, do.
Yeah, you really should. It's a lot of fun.
And it's in a fun area, too. When you finish here, sometimes we finish at about midnight, something like that. You can go into Gangnam and go out,
Have some drinks, eat some food. It's a really great area.
Eat some pizza and chicken.
That's right. Have a beer.
Yeah, have a beer, and talk about World of Tanks. So it doesn't have to end here. But definitely come check it out. We are at Samsung Station at exit number 1. Mm-hmm. Walk for like 3 or 4 minutes.
And you'll see it. There's a GOM sign. You can't really miss it. You know what GOM looks like.
If you do.
Yeah.
And by now
it's a red circle with other red, or orange circle with other orange circles.
I was like, no, it's not. It's a bear's foot, because GOM is Korean for bear. Mm-hmm. The more you know, Artosis.
Wow.
Wowzers.
All right.
So it looks like there might have been a delay, actually, for this match. We'll see.
I'm not sure.
Because we don't really know.
Maybe they're passing out the pizza now, and that's why, or something like that. I'm not sure.
Could be.
Are they?
Watch, Drake's like, we wanted pizza too, and we're going, guys, we got a show we're trying to run here.
Is like eating in front of them watching. It's like, well, you better finish quickly.
This is the most packed I think we've ever had the studio. Good event though for the holiday season.
Look, we got some non-Koreans down there.
Non-Koreans down there. Not just up here casting, but some non-Koreans down there. Oh, look at this.
It's the paper plates all waving.
Yeah. This is fun. Hope they save some pizza for us, actually. I wouldn't mind just...
I don't know, man. There's so many people here.
Every time we order pizza here, it's always pepperoni pizza, and he can't eat it because he's a vegetarian.
It's painful.
It sucks.
One time Blizzard came down, and they got me a vegetarian pizza. It's the sweetest thing.
You want to hear something crazy? I just saw, since we do have a little bit of downtime here, that in Sweden they're figuring out a way to erase parts of your memory if you want.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Have you ever seen Eternal Sunshine
do that?
of the... No. I saw Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, you got to see that movie.
I know what it is, but I didn't see it.
It's really good.
The guy decides to erase all the memories of an ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah, but it's up there with cool movies that are out there and crazy. It's really good. But yeah, I just saw that and I was thinking, what if I could just erase the part of you remembering that you were vegetarian? Wow. And maybe we could just give you some pizza,
well, that's 17 years
before
of memory.
then I tell you that, Eratosis, now you haven't eaten meat in 17 years and you're going to have stomach problems for probably about a week. But it'd be interesting to see if it worked, which is really what I'm going for.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy to erase pieces of your memory, but I think for some people that would be a godsend, For
I suppose if you were kidnapped for 5 years or something and tortured and you basically can't function. Yeah,
totally.
All right, well, we have the T1 picks here.
You say something really embarrassing one night. You're like, oh, my God, I just got to go down and get this. I'm like, I can't believe I did that. I
can't live with myself unless I'm,
Well, how does this work, right? I guess, let's say you did something terrible, like you killed somebody, and then you went down and got that erased, and they didn't know what they were erasing, but
oh my God,
then you got that erased, and then they gave you a lie detector. You're like, I didn't kill him. What?
I am writing a script to Hollywood right now before somebody else watching the stream does, because that's actually...
It's too late. We already have a lot of aspiring Hollywood writers watching World of Tanks in the middle of the night.
By the way, we got the heavies already being picked here, the AMX 5100 and the IS-3. Mm-hmm. On one side and then on the others. And, of course, this is all very standard stuff.
Yeah. It looks like we got 2 AMX 5100s, 2 IS-3s on Draki, and mirrored picks on the other side. I think we're going to finish up with IS-3s most likely.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, there's IS-3 and Jaguar.
And if Artosis is wrong, he can get his memory erased after the show. Is it going to be that? Should be an IS-3. Could be a T-69. Come on, Warlord. Warroad.
Oh, okay. AMX 5100. The road less traveled. Route 33.
Well, guys, again, this is game number 1. If you're just now joining us, we are in the group phase right now of World of Tanks Season number 2 here in Seoul, Korea, the mecca of esports. And it looks like it's time for game number 1 here between Draki and Jaguar to commence. are ready to go here with Draki against Jaguar. Draki, the favorites, the fan favorites, and just the favorites if you look at his results here. Jaguar, the underdogs, which can always make it exciting to see. Maybe, who knows, maybe they'll win this here in an upset.
Well, we'll see. I think they have about as much of a chance as a Jaguar would have against a Dragon, which is not too much. Maybe if the Dragon was sleeping under a tree that the Jaguar is in.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe if the scales weren't too hard and the Jaguar could hold on to the throat.
Got to that fleshy part under the under the Draki's belly.
Maybe it's one of those Dragons that doesn't have arms but only wings. That would help.
That would help a lot.
If you have the arms, you're just going to grab the Jaguar and kill it.
But if it has wings, it can come down and use its claws to maybe just tear through the wings, and it goes, and it can't fly then.
Yeah, maybe. Uh-oh. Are we actually... They're turtling like super heavily, but it doesn't look like it's the garage strategy.
I was going to say the parking lot strat.
Yeah, whatever we called that before, I forget. But when they just all park in the exact same location, just waiting for tanks to come up, doesn't look like that's what it's going to be.
We do have Draki with a nice defensive spread over here. We do see a Khan coming up here in the T1 to see if there's anything else that's a threat up here by the chapel.
Well, this is like as turtled as you can really get from Jaguar.
Yeah.
They are all waiting in the same tree for the prey to come by, the taper.
Yeah. They even have the T1 back there, which is a bit peculiar.
A little bit more firepower, I guess.
I guess a little bit more. Maybe you can go around and try to hit him in the engine.
If anyone gets out of the tank to run away, he can chase him down.
That's true, he can run him over.
The guy turns around with a boot knife and kills the T1. I'm like, okay. Like treads him first and jumps on top.
It's like Saving Private Ryan when he throws the handgun at the tank and it simultaneously blows up. All right, we got Typhoon over here and World Tanker, excuse me, in the IS-3s now. And no engagement so far. In fact, I don't even believe a shot's been fired here.
Yeah. God, I can't even believe that Jaguar is turtling this hard and a T1 is in there. I'm like confused about the T1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is a T1, like what is...
Yeah, well that's what I don't get either, is like wouldn't you want the T1 to be on the left side here to spot so that they know when something's coming, or what?
You would certainly think so. Wait, did they move him down towards the flag? Is that where he is now? I can't tell because it's an arrow instead of the actual bar. Because I know one T1 for...
No, I believe the actual T1 is right there at...
yeah, there it is, yeah.
It actually got spotted and killed.
Now it's dead. Well, I guess that's why, so they could see if anyone was coming in their little hiding spot. But if I'm Draki right now, I'm like, why the hell was a T1 right there? There should be a T1 on the hill, and there should be one near the tracks. Why was he there? What was that? Was that T1 scouting a little tiny hallway? What was that?
You know what?
Doing?
They're going to send their own T1 out here to see if they can spot here. Because it looks like what they're hoping for is that one of these tanks is going to come around the corner and they're going to obliterate the treads in the engine and everything,
sure,
and get a lead that way. And so they do have a scouting T1 coming out here.
Good spot
right now
for the
over
T1
here.
at
At E6. And I think pretty quickly here they're going to be able to identify that there's nothing else on the left side of the map. Nothing even past 5 lane and all the way down to 1 here for Jaguar.
Well, this is... I think this is going to be a much longer series than the first one, Tasteless.
Well,
Draki a very good team, but they aren't the same level as someone like Arate that can literally just be like, no, we're going to kill you now. You're dead. Bye.
Yeah.
You know, they're a very good team, but not that good.
Well, you know, you get someone like Arate, they can really disassemble. Disassemble this, you know.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens when you're very tip-top, you know, is that you can do something like that. Whereas you're a very good team like this, the thing is they know they have to win. So
the T1 is right now at, what, about C6 right now? And look at this.
What? You can get even seen in there.
I didn't know you could go in there.
Me either.
Did you? Yeah, I had
KV5 can't get in there.
Certainly not. It's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, that's a cool little
Super
spot.
Marine.
That's where I'm going to hide next time I play this map with one of my light tanks.
Yeah.
You know what I want to do is I'll hide in there, and then you sit in front of me and someone kills you, and then your body just protects me, and I just hide in there.
But you also can't leave.
That's fine, as long as I'm alive at the end.
Okay, they're all moving out now.
Yeah, Draki moving forward. They want to break through here. They have to be careful, though. There's a lot of firepower behind there. And
nice shot, hitting War Road 33. You can see Draki really has a good idea of how this map works.
Yeah, they certainly do. Well, Draki's a team that gets a practice with the likes of Noah and Vipers.
That's very true.
So that's like 2 of the best practice partners you can have in this country.
Supermarine now has occupied that location. This might force Jaguar to come out now.
Well, they've got 1:30 to even move against the little T1 trying to take their flag. That's trying to make them move out, so it's good that they're just kind of staying calm about it.
We have a World Tanker and Tang right now. Very close to maybe getting this. Okay, wait, hold on. All right, we have the Jaguar moving out now. Looks like they may have spotted him here, and that Tang is going to get a shot off over there now.
Warroad coming around. Hulka as well. And here they go, going after Typhoon, doing a great job. Typhoon getting pretty low.
But they may be able to come up from behind here.
They could.
Now, and we have...
God, Typhoon's taking so much damage.
But you know what? With all these other tanks coming out here now. All right, trade there for the kills. Now bruising Warroad. Warroad now taking out. It's 3 heavy tanks and a T1 here for Jaguar. Yeah. Putting the Drakis in a lead right now.
They took out Typhoon, but it wasn't enough. Gunner 92 taking a lot of damage. Well, let's see. Aim! And he takes a lot of damage as well. It looks like Draki's just kind of picking them apart at this point, Asus.
Yeah, well, it looks like they did a lot, or something very similar to what we saw Arate do.
Tears. Looks like he's going to be crying in a second here when he gets taken by World Tanker and Tang.
And this is a pretty simple way to end a World of Tanks game, is to get the surround here to where the tanks are now obsolete. In fact, he's going to leave him, let him and his friend get the kill here, as Tang's going to see if he can't take out AIM.
Nope. Ooh, nice move there by Tyr. And Tang turns around to shoot him once again. And this leaves us with one tank left that's heavy, and it's really low on health already. AIM took a lot of damage earlier. See, there he is. Very little left. A Khan's coming.
Are we going to have a Khan with the T1 right now?
Shoot him! Not
well,
quite.
now for the base capture here. Now we do have the 1 remaining T1 here for Jaguar, actually headed southbound now to occupy the blue base, but there's literally no way that can result in a win, because he's going to get there later.
Yeah.
So it looks like Venus is SOL right now.
Yeah, Venus in a lot of trouble, Tasteless. He's already dead. It's okay, he knows it.
And so this will buy a little bit of additional time here for, Jaguar. Okay, yeah, they actually just concede. Nicely done there by Draki. Considering that is a map you can turtle on, and it can be pretty tough for people to crack you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was kind of one-sided, I do have to say. I didn't really like Jaguar's strategy.
Now, okay, the pizza's gotten here.
Very important. You can see the crowd very happy about this. Well, that was chicken, actually. And
what's that, chicken? As well. You know what it could be as well? It could be chicken pizza.
Wow. I thought it was going to be chicken and pizza. Maybe it is chicken pizza.
Could be.
Could be.
Wowzers. So you can see right now, Jaguar, a little bit of pressure here in the booth on these players as they just did not quite perform. God, we have a lot of people, and that means a lot of pizza. And it does look like everybody got a paper plate. Everybody got some pizza.
Oh, the pizza place near here loves GOM right now. Man.
Yeah. Their stocks just went up. That's for sure.
I got to find out from GOM before we have a night like this so I can buy stock in the local pizza companies. I asked the people that work at GOM, I'm like, wait, are you getting it from Pizza School or Domino's? They're like, we can't tell you that.
That's insider trading info. Yeah.
Oh, so crazy.
So funny. We're going to go on to game number 2. Honestly, though, I think this result is going to look the same as, the first best of 5 we had.
Yeah.
Jaguars seem to actually have even more so than, why am I forgetting who lost today? Dasadenan, not the easiest name. Not the stickiest name when it comes to memory.
For me, it is. I'm like, oh, that's a good name.
Dasadenan.
It's like they kind of tried to say my name like 4 times and it just didn't work.
We look at that series, and I got to say, their strategies, Dasadenan's, who lost 0-3, they look like they had better strats going into this than what Jaguar has right now. The turtling there, It didn't make a lot of sense. They were hidden in such a way that it wasn't like they were outmaneuvered to get surrounded. Draki just walked around them and surrounded them. The T1 in that alley with the IS-3 and the AMX-100, what is the T1 doing there? That doesn't make any sense.
Dude,
the
I don't
T1s
know.
are always in the exact same spots on that map, okay?
Yeah.
There's one on the left side, one on the right.
That's most maps, in fact, for T1s.
That's
they
most maps,
scout your flanks.
That's most maps
That's
for
what they
T1s.
do.
Occasionally other roles do come in. But, yeah, I mean, I don't see what the plan was.
I don't know. I think that they're getting 3-0, though, for sure.
All right, here we go now. On to the map, Cliff. Now, Cliff is a great map when you get somebody, one team that's got a better ability to move around. Mm-hmm. They're more, I was going to say, they're fast on their feet, but I guess they're fast on their treads.
Yes. They got their treads oiled up.
And by the way, this you can see here we have a lot of AMX 1390s and G69s and picked on this. The Pershing, which is growing in popularity. I think that number will rise as the World of Tanks continues to.
Yeah, people are really liking trying them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Jaguar. Now, Jaguar's going to be at top, which has a much lower win rate. They're going to have to really bust out a good strategy here. I feel like a rush strategy might be in order because turtling I don't think is going to work for them.
This is not an easy map to turtle on.
I have to agree with you. It's not. What I like from the top position is you do get that little hill on Big Rock that you get to keep on poking up and seeing where people are. But other than that, man, the top position, that's like its redeeming quality in my opinion is it.
Yeah. Well, let's see what kind of tanks they pick.
I think they're just going to keep going heavies.
With Dasa Denan, you think they're really going to go heavies on this map?
Yes. Not all heavies, but I think they're going to be more heavy.
You've turned me into a Valley girl. I'm like, shut up.
I think they're going to choose more heavies than mediums.
You know what I'm saying is I feel like what goes around, comes around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Karma
I kind of believe
real,
in karma.
I think.
Yeah, you beat me to it. All right, on to the tank pick.
All right. Yeah, I think they're going to go for heavies. I feel like the worse your team is, the more heavies it goes for. What do you have to say to that?
Well, you know what I'm saying? It's I ran out of Valley Girl material. Sorry, Joseph.
I just thought back to the movie Clueless and just take pieces of that.
Clueless was a good movie. And Clueless was based off of an old play.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually Clueless is actually based
Romeo and Juliet?
With something like that.
Hamlet?
Actually. Yeah.
I just keep naming plays.
A Christmas Carol.
I'm like, Jack the Ripper. Is it Jack the Ripper?
So we got Jaguar going with the quick AMX 1390s.
Wow, I'm actually a little bit surprised.
What was that play? Or no, it might have been an old novel. An old Victorian novel Clueless was based off of, actually.
Really?
About a woman who sets up relationships with other people.
Yeah.
It's actually
and then
based,
falls in love with her stepbrother?
Something like that, in fact.
Wow.
Because that's why, when you watch that movie, it's kind of weird. She falls in love with the stepbrother. You're like, whoa, what? That is a bit of a strange ending, right? It seems...
A little bit, but you know what?
But
then,
of course...
He had substance, and, she was a good person, so it was nice, My favorite part was when the teachers got together. They seemed lonely. All right, so we actually have all AMX 1390s from Draki, and we have 3 of them from Jaguar, as well as 2 T69s. I've never seen anything like this. I was so completely wrong on Jaguar.
Do you think it's okay? Apology accepted, Artosis.
Yeah.
We have a Pershing here from Draki. I was going to say if they picked another AMX 1390, I wonder if that would be some form of a diss, some form of trash talk.
I feel like we're going to see these guys just line up for races like we're watching Fast and Furious with all these AMX 1390s.
Did you see that guy died?
Yeah, that was really sad.
That was really sad.
Yeah.
In a race.
Yeah.
Anyways, it looks like it's time for this race to begin here as we have Draki against Jaguar, Game 2.